technically spring right now.
I know. I
Yeah,
know. It's still hanging on. But I mean, like last year, we had snow on Easter. So
right. But you're kind of in the northwest, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We
you're not
honestly though
known for
usually we
great
don't
weather.
we don't really get that much snow here.
Oh, okay.
Um, Usually, but the past couple of years, it's been more than usual.
Right. It's we've had crazier extremes lately here. So those those ice or Arctic dips coming through,
Right.
yeah, those were crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah. I expect that. They said that like La Nina ended, and so I'm expecting
Yeah.
that next year we probably won't see as much. It'll probably just be wet, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what's fun about it is the weather always gives you something to talk about.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, but it is funny that I mean, you look on social media and even like the local news, and they make it sound like, oh, this weather is abnormal. I'm like, no, it's
Well,
not. It did this exact
uh,
same thing last year. How is that
yeah,
abnormal? And the year before that. It's like
yeah,
the fuck. Like, at what point do they decide that there is a new normal?
yeah. I hear you. Well, the only thing that's normal is change.
Right.
I mean, it's all. I mean, that's the hard thing to figure out, and it's what makes the path forward so hard for a lot of people is because it's really hard to say how much is this and how much is that and how much is just fucking a big fucking cycle that we don't understand
Right.
and and yeah but I mean my whole philosophy is try not to fuck shit up.
Right.
Yeah, and if you live by that philosophy, then it doesn't really matter whether the climate changing is a cycle or if it's man, because if you're just trying not to fuck anything up, then then you're trying to refrain from it being man,
Right.
and it sooner or later we're going to be forced to do something to try to keep the climate within our tolerance zone,
Right.
and we're going to have to start manipulating it,
Yeah.
and that's scary because you fuck up doing that, and
Right.
ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're talking about a major consequence if you screw that up.
right, yeah. So I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to make any of those decisions.
Yeah, we just have to live with it.
Hmm. So I think I have Alora headed off.
Okay.
So it's it, with the war dog and a character, it just seems not right to try to do three things. I
Right.
mean,
And I mean,
yeah,
if something happens to Borman, you could, of course, just take over that character. That's fine.
yeah, yeah. However, it's fine. I enjoy making them. I mean, so whatever. She's a good character. She's got good stats.
Well,
Nothing crazy, but
well, and the nice thing about the old BX games or even Advance, it doesn't take you longer than like 10 minutes to make a character.
yeah,
And honestly, probably can do it even faster than that. It's really the how fast can you write shit down, And if you're doing it
yeah.
in PDF, then it even better. How fast can you type? But
I use those PDFs for the server.
yeah, yeah. Well, and I love those. The the purest ones I know are form fillable, so that makes it
Yeah.
really nice. We use for my home game. We use the Vagabond
Mm.
because we're older, and it was funny when we were playing 5e. There was one guy. He doesn't even normally wear glasses, but he was having to use his phone so that he could look at
Oh,
the sheet and magnify so that he could actually read the skills. And looking at that character sheet, it's a terrible design for a character sheet. The font is so small for the
mm.
skills on the 5e character sheet.
You're right.
And
They are.
and I was like, if we're switching over to old school essentials, I'm just gonna use the vagabond because they're huge. Like they are gigantic.
I I gotta give it to them though on the D&D Beyond, the character sheet and the manipulation of it, and it it really works. I
Yeah.
mean, it the auto leveler. I mean, it makes some things kind of off here and there,
Yeah,
but
it still
but
has errors, but yeah, I
yeah.
mean, that was really the first time that I saw for any game a digital character
Oh yeah.
creation that mostly worked.
And for the most part it understood the rules. I mean, there's a
Right.
few things here and there you could bitch about, where the rules and the way the sheet doesn't matter. Like, what was it? It was they had the source book where the gods, all the Olympic type shit.
Oh,
Uh, uh, they
yeah.
had the paladin with the oath of the glory in it,
Right.
where yeah, you didn't even have to worship anything. You just tried to do cool shit. But
Yeah.
well,
Well, and
it had
really,
these
that goes
moves.
actually that goes all the way to back to the player's handbook, where and I want to say that it goes all the way back to third edition, where they divested. They did two things. The first thing that they did is they removed the requirements. Well, specifically, it started with paladins that you don't have to be lawful good anymore, which is fucking absurd.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
the second thing that they removed is the need for paladins to have to worship a god. Instead, now they get their powers because of their oath. I'm like, I'm sorry, an oath means that you are making a vow to something or someone. You
They
can't just
did
be like,
change. Yeah,
that's not how it works. So, yeah,
the paladins are really they're patterned after the Crusaders,
right.
and so I mean they don't necessarily have to be Christian Crusaders, but they should
There is a
kind of
god
hold.
involved, whether
Yeah,
whether you call it Allah or Yahweh
right,
or
right.
Jesus, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just and I think you should those characters fit that trope, and you've got to you got to be the Lancelot type, or you're really not being a paladin correctly. You're just being something else,
Right,
calling it a paladin,
right.
in my opinion. And so cool.
Well,
I mean, you want smite that bad, fucking have it, I guess. But
and the biggest difference that I saw, and I mean this goes all the way back to what first edition AD&D when they brought out the Cavalier, and
oh yeah,
when the Cavalier first came out, I initially looked at it and I'm like, so how is this different than a Paladin? And
yeah,
that quickly becomes known because paladins are given they get spells,
yeah,
and they get the lay on hands ability. This is all
yeah,
granted to them by their god, and
yeah.
so or whoever they're following, and that's what separates the cavalier. I think in OSC they just call the cavalier a knight, which is the same thing.
Right.
But that's really what separates the two. Aside from that, they are very similar, but I don't think that knights have I don't think they have the alignment restrictions that paladins have. But and then you get into the conversation of, well, how is a paladin different from a cleric? Well, that's a little bit more muddled. But
Well, yeah.
I mean, in my
The
head, I know
paladins,
what the difference is, but when you get into actual game mechanics, they are very similar.
they are a lot similar.
But I would say that the paladin is more it leans obviously more heavily towards martial. Like in the old days, paladins didn't get spells until like 9th level. I mean, you had to be really high up there. And now they hand out magic casting like it's a fucking tic tac.
Yeah, they did. Well, I mean, it's always an evolved thing. If you don't do the evolution of character classes and races and all that, then once people buy your material, they kind of got your material,
right?
And but if you keep evolving and changing it up, and I mean that's why they're doing the 1D&D now. It's not that there's really a need to fix a whole bunch of shit or whatever.
They're not doing 1D&D to switch things up. No, they're doing 1D&D because they're going to try and pigeonhole everything into a digital marketplace.
Well, that, and they want to give you a reason to buy a bunch of new shit. The new adventures will be primed for 1D&D, and the rule set will come, and it's just a sneaky way of saying we're going to do 6E, so that way you can have to buy new player's handbook, new dungeon master's guide. See I mean that's all. They're just making you buy shit.
The one completely honest thing that Wizards has said in years is that the majority of the people buying their books are dungeon masters. That's the truth. And it's always been that way. If you went to a table, the person that had the plethora of books was the DM.
Often.
I mean, always. The players themselves might have a player's handbook. In most cases, when I was younger, when we were in high school and whatnot, we were barely scratching by to put gas in our cars, so we couldn't afford some of these big, hardbound books, and so there might only be 1 or 2 copies floating around the table. One of those belonged to the dungeon master.
I had to buy 2 players' handbooks, one for players and handing around, and one to
keep for yourself, right? I've done that too, and so that is the one truthful thing that they've said. They are hoping that by pigeonholing everybody into a digital marketplace, that they're going to now capitalize off of all of the players having to make that purchase as well. Because in order for you to play, you have to have a subscription. And some of these high-tier subscriptions they've already talked about are going to be something to the tune of like $30 a month.
Yeah.
And,
whatever.
It's ridiculous. I mean, this goes directly back to what I was saying when I was running games at the shop. Alan kept increasing the prices of the games, and I said, at some point you're going to price. It doesn't matter that the entertainment value is worth it. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing is it doesn't matter how much worth there is to it. You're gonna price people out of being able to play. And any DM that's running a game wants the same players to come back week after week. And if your players, one person is having to pay upwards of $24 just to sit at the table and not get anything other than the game, not even getting a meal or a soda, then I mean that's not worth it. You're talking over $100 a month to just sit there and play D&D. And then you're expecting them, while they're in the shop, to be urged to purchase books and minis off of your shelf. They ain't got no money left over.
Yeah.
I mean, $100 a month to play in a D&D game is ridiculous. And the one thing that I have said since the get-go when I've been running these games online is I don't want to increase the price. I think, $5 a week or $5 per session is, one, it's low, but I also think that it's within the means of the players that you can come back and play every week.
Yeah.
So like I said, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Disneyland's fun. I can't afford to go there 3 times a year. I can't even afford to go there 1 time a year. They've priced themselves out of the market. So
I'm just gonna brag about my Hollow Knight I'm making with needle felt.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the pokey noise.
Are we missing our other players, or?
Somebody was giving me hell and just wouldn't let me log in. I was like, no, you can't log in. I'm like, Why not?
Yeah. Well, good. At least we know your voices are out.
Yeah, we know you're there.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than what happened to me last night, where I don't know. I guess must have been a solar flare because my software decided to switch to my other microphone, and one piece of software switched to the other microphone, all of its own accord, while the streaming software did not. And so the result was that we lost half the stream because nobody could hear the DM talking.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Heard all the players responding, but nobody knew what they were responding to. They're like, what are they talking about? So luckily I discovered it about halfway through, and I was able to salvage that part of the video, but which I mean, if there was a particular video that was going to be fucked up, that's probably the best one to have had it happen, because in my opinion, that shakedown cruise was probably the weakest part of the written content for Deep Night Revelation.
It served its purpose.
It served a purpose, but it was
kind of lame. I mean,
yeah.
God, we just kind of run through the motions and learn what's going on.
Well, it was basically an entire 2-hour session of you guys planning how the rest of the campaign is going to go, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, it served a purpose, but
we've passed that now.
Yeah, you're past it now, and now we can get on to the more interesting things.
Making profitable across the galaxy as we go to save all sentient life.
Seeing new places and killing new people.
Yes, of course. New races, aliens. It's going to be great.
All right, so looks like we are all here.
Yeah, we just have to decide if we're wanting to go back and up the stairs to that, or are we wanting to do something else, or...
Yeah.
I want my cat.
Oh, that's right. You were going to get a fairy cat. Let's get into that in just a moment. Welcome to Braunhaven. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are still exploring the catacombs and finding some good loot. And oh, that's right. And Cameron's taking over Alora. I need to.
You might have to delete that one and just make a new one.
No, I can switch it.
Oh, hell yeah! Then there you go. Enjoy her.
I will give both of you access to it. Can be edited and controlled by in player journals for both Borman and Cassandra. That, I believe. Yep, that should do it. So, Cameron, you should be able to move Alora around if you want.
Thank you.
I think. I hope.
Let's see. Yep, looks like it.
Awesome. So, before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. And today we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. She makes leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as leather covers for your core rule books. She has leather dice bracelets that are completely customizable. Just all manner of leather products. She just came out. She's doing a whole new line of pins, lapel pins and things of that matter, that are some really cool designs. And all of the painting and whatnot is done by hand. She is an amazingly talented artist. If you're going to order from Speechless Bard, give yourself, especially if you're over here in the U.S., give yourself a little bit of time. She is over in the U.K., so it can take a little bit to cross the pond. If you are a fan of Braunhaven, we do have a website via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log details more than just, I mean, there's really no point to following just the adventures, because we have a YouTube channel. But more so, it is going to be lore drops and things going on all around the world, and um, little bits and pieces of stuff that that make the world tick. And so go ahead and check that out. If you like the content, please go to the front page and give us a thumbs up. We do like to see the fan likes, and we hope you enjoy. And if you if you're a fan or of any of our channels, the Greenwater Guildhall does have a merch store. And on the merch store, we have a couple of T-shirts. The first being the founding members shirt, the Wayward Bastards, with the Greenwater Mercantile and Adventuring Company logo on the back. And then we also have the pirate flag from our Wednesday Night Pirates of Drynax campaign. Those are both available in T-shirts. There's a beer stein with the Greenwater logo on it, and a blanket with an entire map of the Braunhaven region, the Gloucestian Empire, on a fleece blanket. So check those out and help out the channel. So where we left, that's right. So let's see here. Who was getting the cat? Was it Dentry or Jackson?
Jackson.
Okay.
Made sense. You know, he was the ranger.
That does make sense.
He's more connected to the nature and the animals, and not opposed to fantastic animals either.
That is true. Let me. Guess we need a cat. Let's see here.
How do I end up acquiring said cat? Like, did I have to like go to just buy it, or what did I do?
Well, we will say that you can purchase it. It is going to be a kitten.
I was gonna say, like, they don't really have spay-neuter programs. They're just like around and free, I imagine. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
there are a lot of strays out there, and that is because Braunhaven has many, well, especially around the Sylvanas Forest, there are a lot of rifts that travel between the Prime Plane and the Fey Realm, and there we go. Don't really need to. Well, okay. This way. So a fairy cat kitten will run you 50 gold.
Alrighty, Jackson should have that in spades. He does.
Yeah, I would think that you guys can afford 50 gold. And
Alrighty.
I will put that under Dentry's control. What did you want to name it?
I have no idea. I assumed a fairy cat would kind of almost like be like, "This is my name."
It's true. Now they can't they don't speak, but they are a little bit smarter than a regular feline.
Didn't you say something about it having like telepathy or something, or did I read that wrong?
Let me double check.
If not, it's about to get named a random word that I see in my room.
So it says on page, Flora and Fauna is on page 101. They are sought out by, oh, can communicate telepathically. That is right, within 30 feet. I would say you can still give it a name.
Well, because it's what I see right in front of me, its name is Tumi.
Tui?
Tumi.
How you
But I'm
spell
going to spell it different. Toomi.
Toomi, Tui, the fairy cat. There you go.
Weird.
And you've got the stats for the fairy cat, right?
Somewhere.
Um,
They're in our chat somewhere. I got to find them again.
we're able to do some quick shopping. I'm taking it.
Yeah. I mean, you purchased what was left of the health potions that were available in the town at the end of last week's session. So there's none of those available. But yeah, you can do some more shopping if you want.
Bell and string, 100-foot string, caltrops, and let me see if anything else jumps out.
That is
And a whistle.
Interesting. Let's see here.
It's on the additional equipment in the armory, page 89.
That's the one I was looking for. I knew that caltrops existed in one of these books. I really like, yeah, there's caltrops.
Yep.
Yeah, I will allow you to purchase all of that.
Okay,
at
thank
the
you.
listed prices. I really like Old School Armory because it's got a lot of stuff in there that is missing, and so from the core books, and and a lot of this is stuff that I remember from like a lot of this is stuff that I remember from like 2nd edition D&D, but I don't like the layout. The layout it's problematic. Finding something specific is fairly difficult, but
I'm going to go ahead and buy another quiver of arrows if that's okay.
sure.
I kind of use them up.
Yeah, you've been going through them pretty regularly. Now it's probably the time to
yeah
switch
now,
it up.
I still have those 5 arrows that we looted from the orcs that I've never figured out what the fuck they are.
Right.
Yeah, so can I poke one of them around into something and see if I can assess?
Yeah, you discovered that those are +1 arrows. So those will give you a +1 to hit and damage.
One-time use, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there is a 10% chance of being able to recover the arrows.
Oh, okay. Still, there we go. All right, I guess I'm ready to roll. Wherever we're gonna go, do we want to go back down into the catacombs and then go back up the stairs? I saw a thing about the tax man coming.
Yeah, there was a news article about the tax man is coming. So when we ended last week, there was the option, you were discussing what to do next week, and so the option was to go up the stairs into. Well, let me bring that map up. Copy these. So here is level 2 of the catacombs, and there's still quite a big chunk here that you have not done. Let me redo this. Oh. Some of these guys are kind of big. And so the question was, do you go upstairs and check out what's going on here? I believe you've already done a little bit of scouting up there. You know that there is a hobgoblin king up there.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned, or Mavis learned, what was the spell I learned? Resist cold, so we can go in the secret cave that has the brown mold if we want.
Will that make us immune to the brown mold?
It makes you immune from cold damage if you stay within 30 feet of my character, so I think it should work.
All right.
It's an option.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's definitely an option. As if we can all just kind of huddle together and creep through the cold. Whatever. I think the most pressing thing that affects our party the most at all is the orcs outside of town stopping trade from coming in and allowing us to ditch off all our necklaces, gems, and shit for a reasonable price.
Well, what I was going to say is there was the talk of going up the stairs or completing the second level of the catacombs, because you guys have been getting quite the amount of loot down here. So it's up to you which direction you want to go. But there is still a pretty good portion of dungeon left down here if you want to go for the completionist route.
Probably don't want to engage the possible undead tax collector until we finish doing this.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
This is making good. I mean, we can finish this. It's fine.
It's up to you.
Weighing all the options. If we do this, I would like to go try to take out the Hobgoblin King, because that sounds like it would be lucrative.
Yeah, he's just up. Him and his cohorts are just up these stairs.
Do you think we could beat him though?
I don't know. I mean, we have healers now, and we've got the ring of invisibility for ambushing and stuff. I mean, there's all kinds of things. Maybe we could try to lure them down here where we can do,
This is at the top of the stairs as soon as it loads and comes into focus.
Yeah. I don't know how fucking tough the Hobgoblin King is. I mean, if he's like a fucking, insanely crazy, powerful guy, I mean, he's going to mop the floor with all of us. But I mean, if he's something that we can just fuck up real quick, sure, we can take. There's only 3 of them. I mean, the action economy is going to eat up his little side guys real quick. I mean, just as it is. Just the question is, how do you want to go about fighting, dude?
Yeah, it seems like my characters are mostly healers, so got a little bit of attack, but I don't have a great plan.
Yeah. I mean, I could go invisible and try to sneak up on them and maybe hide right here.
Should we try and poison them?
Try to poison their food? Do we have poison? We could probably buy some poison, possibly.
Yeah, I thought I was reading the
witch?
Yeah, the witch thing.
Yeah, she does crazy shit.
Thought it.
If you can make some poison, I could try to stick it in their food, with being invisible and moving quietly and stuff. If the shit, if I get caught, I'll just blow my whistle and everybody will know to run up and start beating on other guys.
So the room that you're currently in on the second level is with the stairway is a room made of granite bricks. It's got a 12-foot ceiling. There are hundreds of candles that are lit in here that seem to throw strange shadows around the room. There's a lot of crates, barrels, and sacks that are storing various mundane items for the church. All of this stuff seems very, very old. It's been sitting here for a long time. Nobody has come down into this room in at least 100 years.
This heads up to to the temple of the druid guy, right? That's been burying our dead and all that.
So the look that the little invisible spy look that Borman took to look up the stairs, it is Borman's guess that this is actually the Undercroft of the All Faiths Temple. And that room that the Hobgoblin King is in, it is a cracked and broken cobblestone that is the floor's 10-foot ceiling and the walls. There are piles of bones littering the floor around the edges of the room, and in that room there is a Hobgoblin King, and I mean, not that you would know this, but his name is Dekoth, and he has 2 Hobgoblin bodyguards with him. And they do this. There is a hoard of their treasure here.
Oh, well, hoard of the treasure is definitely something that would strike my interest. You know, for the good of everybody, us getting rich, really. How about if I tried to sneak up there, and then I'll lay the caltrops down on the stairs?
Or rather, I should say there's a possibility of treasure, because this would be where they would keep, these hobgoblins would keep their hoard, because they're kind of using this as their base camp. So you will get 3 rolls on table D.
How far away is the cave with the deadly molds in it?
If you want to go there first, we can go there first. I'm not opposed to that.
I like that idea.
So that area was right here in this hallway.
Okay, so
there was some brown mold there.
Okay,
All right, let's go do that.
Well, okay. I guess I was thinking you could snatch a piece and then run away and lure them into it, but it's too far. Like, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, it would take you...
Too far.
Well, not too far, because, I mean, you know that there's
down the hallway.
You know that there's a secret door here. So, I mean, there's a shortcut, or you can even just go down this way. It's not that far. In fact, I wouldn't even say that it would take you a full 10 minutes to get there. It wouldn't even take a full turn.
Ooh, putting the brown mold on the stairwell would definitely thin them down, as we could lure them down here. Especially if you can guarantee all the safety of us not being affected by it. That just makes sense.
Maybe let's see. Maybe I could get some of the mold and like put it in a bottle and throw it in there and hold the door shut and freeze them. That'd be weird. Okay, I'm just brainstorming here, so I'm gonna have a bunch of probably bad ideas, but that was the first thing I thought. That might work also, because it says all creatures within 30 feet are protected, so I don't know, like, if they get too close to me, then they are no longer in trouble with the mold thing. So it's going to be kind of hard to pull off. But we could go look in there and see if there's anything that'll help us beat the Hobgoblin King, though. I would like to do that.
Let's go down there then. I'm fine with that.
Okay, everybody stay within 30 feet, though.
Yeah. I guess we'll just move everybody here to this little room right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys... Oh, I need to... Yeah, okay. And so Jackson should have control of the fairy cat.
Yep.
Okay. So...
Cat have 1 hit die or 2. The sheet says it has 2.
It has what?
Cat have 1 hit die or 2. Like
It has 2.
Okay, so it is 2. Okay.
Yep. It has 2 hit dice with total of 9 hit points.
That's what I wanted to make sure. I was like, is it starting at 1? Did I get it at level 2? Just wasn't sure.
Yep, it has 2 hit dice. Yeah,
Yeah,
fairy
there was like
cat.
a few things on the sheet. I was like, what is that? What is NA? 1 and then 1d4? What is that?
I'm sorry, a what?
After its alignment, on the thing it says NA 1d4, and then it says TTP times
Oh,
10.
so in a number of hearing. So
Oh, okay.
in
That's
a
if it was,
in the wild or in the dungeon, you may only run into like one of them, but in the wild, there you may run into like 1d4 of them.
gotcha. Okay, I
And
was like, what?
TTP times 10 is the treasure table that you would roll on
Okay, I was like, what
in
is
the
that?
referee's manual, or the referee's tome.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, and like I said, you can communicate. This is a itty bitty kitten, and it can fly. It's got gossamer wings, and is
I
able
was
to
wondering
fly.
about that. Like, it says it has flight.
Yes. Yeah, it can move. Encounter speed is 40 feet flying, 20 feet on foot. And because it can communicate telepathically within 30 feet, it can tell you more or less what it sees.
I'm gonna have my sword and shield out, and I'm gonna stay close to Mavis, but I still want to scout ahead and look for traps.
Okay.
If that's all right.
There's the telepathy thing where it says transmute senses 240 feet. What does that mean?
So, if it is a companion, or like a,
Okay.
when I say a companion, I would say that it would fall into that category for Jackson. Jackson, roll 2d6, or I'm sorry, roll 1d6.
5?
So it does not. It has not accepted you as a companion yet.
Okay.
It can still communicate within 30 feet, but it may not. There is a uh, you have a 1 in 2 chance of getting it to actually do what you want it to do, and that will increase over time, assuming that you
Shit.
treat it properly. In which case, pretty much every hour you'll be able to make an additional roll to see if it reaches companion status. Mostly, it's fairy cats are usually going to be sought after by magic users that are seeking a familiar,
Sure.
and that's kind of where that went with that. But rangers would apply as well.
Good to know. Appreciate that very much.
I got a 4, so I should, in theory, I should find traps.
Yeah, you don't. I don't
No.
think you find any traps. Let me.
Moving silently, and I really only move silently 3 out of 6, so I might be making a little bit of noise. But yeah.
Yeah, there's no. You don't see any traps.
All right. Well,
It's pretty
I'm
far.
invisible, so I'm just gonna kind of creep around here and look around and try to find more traps and move quietly from there on out. That's my moving really quietly, and I should see traps if they're there.
There's
I
no
around them.
traps, but there is a door.
And I'm keeping the dog kind of up here with me. You know, the door's there. God, dude.
So actually, there's no. There actually isn't a door. That is an 8-foot tall archway, and this room is kind of built like so.
And the brown mold is all in this room here?
No, it was in
Or is it
that
just-
hallway.
So it's just in the hallway. So as long as Mavis kind of hangs out right there for a little bit, it's a safe passage.
Well, if Laura casts, Mavis casts protection from cold, everybody within 30 feet of Mavis has protection from cold. And
I marked it off, so it's the slot's gone. I cast it, and
Yeah.
I'm staying in the corner here, so everybody's safe.
let me
Alright.
just for a moment here. Let me reduce protection.
You can move them as a group. Okay.
Interesting.
On
That
page 135.
is it on one? Okay.
That's what I'm on. It might be in other parts of the thing too.
Well, I see protection from evil.
Oh, resist cold is what it's called.
Oh, there it is. Yes, resist cold.
Yeah.
So normal cold, unharmed by non-magical freezing temperatures. Save bonus gain and +2 to all saving throws versus cold-based magical or breath attacks. Cold-based damage is reduced by 1 point per damage die rolled. So,
Are we safe or not?
in this case, it would be. I need to look at brown mold.
Shit.
Well, we might not be going all through that hallway then if we start taking effects of that
So
shit.
Yeah.
you would still take damage, but the damage, it would be 1d8 minus 1 if I'm reading this properly. Let's see. Let me see.
Jesus.
Is reduced
Okay,
by 1 point per damage die rolled. Each die inflicts a minimum of 1 point of damage. So yeah, it would be 1d8 minus 1 is what would protect you from the mold. So I don't know if you, knowing that, I don't know if you want to risk that.
No.
Now there,
I don't think we should do that. What if we throw oil down there around the brown mold and burn it?
That might be a better plan.
you could try that.
Let's try that. Let's try to keep our distance and just throw oil down through the hallway. I've got several of those little lamp vials.
Flaming swords, I can light stuff easily.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to chunk a bunch of shit in here and
Okay.
down through here, and then light it on fire without actually going down in there. So
Okay, so you throw a oil pot down there, and it splashes and lights the corridor or lights this hallway on fire. And unfortunately for you, that has an effect that you don't really like. And the reason that you don't like that, find something that looks appropriately moldish. Oh, that's a good one. The fire causes it to grow.
What?
Close the door. Close the door.
And so burning oil causes it to grow 4 times its size. And it just kind of fills this hallway even more.
Closing the door.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
So basically, now that hallway is just impassable unless we can kill that stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's not how you kill it, evidently.
And if I remember correctly, so let's see here. A normal patch, each 10-foot square. God damn, this thing is enormous.
Oh no, we might have to run away.
So
We done killed our whole party in one move.
So each 10-foot square, 2 foot by 5 foot, covered in brown mold is treated as one individual. A 10 by 10 area would consist of 10 individuals. So this grew.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And is now going to do
Bye.
48 cold damage. But it would be 48 minus 4 with your resist cold.
We're just not going that way. We're shutting the door as that started growing. The first sign of it growing, we just
Good,
kind of
never
shut
mind.
that door and
Uh-oh.
let's not go that way.
So
Yeah.
Alora and Mavis went north through this secret door.
Have we gone that way before?
No.
No. Alora and
Oh.
well, Mavis would
Know
have been
about
the
the
first.
secret door.
Would have been the
Never
first.
mind.
You're not.
I thought we'd
okay.
been there.
No, not yet.
Oh
We
shit!
gotta go this way.
We gotta go that way. We
So
go
you
the way that
haven't been through this door, which is unlocked.
but we've been over here, right?
Correct.
Right. So if we were running like,
Okay.
oh crap, run away, we would have gone this way.
We're going back the way we came.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless we want to go over here afterwards, but we're definitely not going over here now.
Man,
I don't
with the
know.
way that mold is growing, I don't want to go anywhere that way.
Yeah, me neither. Let's like take the hobgoblins and shove them in there and close the door, and then half our problems have gone away.
Yeah, let's just kill the hobgoblins and see how it goes from that way.
Sorry, everybody. That was a horrible idea.
It's okay. There's no
It was
way you
great
could have known.
Yeah,
that-
I mean
to light it
now you know brown mold grows rapidly when in the presence of fire because that's how it does its cold damage. Is it draws heat out of any
Yeah.
available source.
Wow, that stuff sucks.
Man, yeah.
How the hell do you get rid of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Acid
Real
or something.
mold.
The only thing that it is unharmed by all attacks except for magical cold.
Yeah,
What?
so
It
fuck
is
that.
cold.
All right.
It's just not a way we can go. We're gonna leave that area alone.
Plan B, y'all.
Yeah, it's okay. We now know to stay the fuck away from there.
Which
Yeah.
actually, out of curiosity, now I'm wondering because there are some spells that we might think of as being normal that aren't in here. Ray of Frost is not a spell yet. So, and the reason why I say yet is because there is, of course, if whoever is playing a magic user could do they could do like magical research on their downtime and could create Ray of Frost. So I mean you could say Alora could say I'm going to do magical research and
I think she'll research on that horrible mold because like it's an unstoppable killing machine is what it looks.
Yeah, 48 minus 4 damage with resist cold on is that's some vile shit. So
Yeah, I want to leave that shit alone.
Yeah, we might not have the choice in the future though. We might run into it and like it'd be good to know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can come back when we obtain something, something that would help. But
Probably.
I mean, opening that secret door is just like painful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
now I'm actually curious though. Let's see.
Sparked his curiosity.
Because I know the witch has a whole bunch of new spells. Now, let me look at the witch spell list, which is on page 23.
I'm gonna pee.
Okay. There we go. Is there a Ray of Frost in? There is not. So that could be something that you could create Alora's Ray of Frost or Alora's Frost. I would think Ray of Frost would probably be a first or second level spell. So as long as you can research any magic to create a new magical spell, as long as it's of a level that you could cast. I would think Ray of Frost would probably do 1d6 plus 1 damage, similar to like a magic missile.
Yeah.
Of course, the difference being that well, there's no difference because I believe that it would automatically hit. They would get a save.
Sweet.
Save
Okay.
versus spells.
I'll need to do that for something because we've encountered the mold twice now, so
Right.
it might show up again. and I don't want to be unprepared.
Yeah, it's one of those things that is. I wouldn't necessarily call it a monster so much as I would call it a dungeon hazard.
Okay, cool.
It's that in between category between a trap and a monster. So, where are you guys going? You're gonna
I
go.
think we're gonna deal with the hobgoblin thing.
Okay,
Yep.
so you guys are going back up here, and who's going up first? Actually, let me get people together a little bit more lumped together here. So what's your plan?
Gonna have him go in there with the ring of invisibility, I think,
Yeah.
So
in ambush.
Borman's going to lead the way, and I'm going to place you guys here. And let me open this up a little bit here. And that way, you guys aren't really on the map yet, but Borman is. So Borman, make a move silently check.
All right. There you go.
Oh yeah, so you are able to sneak past the hobgoblins, and you are up here at the in front of this door. Now this door, it is just a plain wood door that leads out of this little antechamber that these guys are in.
Yeah, and so if I'm moving silently and being quiet, I just want to put the caltrips down like right in here.
Okay.
Just kind of drop them off. So this little zone, would be like a trapped zone, and then just take my bow out and I'm gonna start putting some hate down as I blow the whistle. That will be the signal for all my friends to storm up the stairs and get real violent.
Okay, so you are going to blow a whistle.
As I start unleashing, I mean, it's like as I'm pulling up the bow and starting to do my thing to shoot, I'm just gonna blow the whistle.
Okay.
So people downstairs will know. It's the same action, just as I exhale, woo, blow the whistle and shoot my bow.
So Borman will have surprise, but everybody else will be in initiative order. So let me add people to Inish. Oops. All right, so everybody can roll 2d6 plus your, or I'm sorry, d6 plus your dex modifier to generate your Inish.
I assume the cat is just a standard roll since it doesn't have like stats.
Correct. Okay. So
Plus 8.
So here's a question between Jackson and Mavis. Which one of you wants to go first?
Jackson should go first.
Okay.
First.
Okay. So Borman, with your surprise, you're going to get to go twice. So Borman blows his whistle, and Borman, you can make your attack. What are you
I'm
using?
gonna shoot my longbow.
Okay.
Was it
Wait a minute,
24
what is-
hit?
Probably. Let's see. Whoops. What's your Thaco now? Oh, your Thaco's still 19, right?
That's correct, but
I'm pretty sure a 24 does hit.
wonderful. So, I believe,
The D6, I believe.
yeah, this hit doubles any damage that I deal.
Oh,
to it.
Are you using a bow or are you throwing your dagger?
I'm using my bow,
Why do you?
but
why
this is a backstab
Oh,
attack.
that's right. Okay. Yep. Backstab attack.
Yeah, so this is the hard. So D8, I double the D8, and that is that. All right, so 10.
Oof.
10 points of backstab damage to his punk ass.
Okay, so he takes an arrow right in the kidneys, and he's hurting, but he's still standing. He's quite a
I
bit.
gotta hit him again though if I'm going twice.
So
I know
we
the
are
second
in
one is
regular combat now.
all right.
So Borman gets
That's
another attack.
That's the way I say hi, because I don't understand their language, Ooh.
Ooh, a nat 1.
Yeah.
You break the bowstring.
Yep. And so I will drop the bow and pull the longsword out.
Okay.
I know I can't use it, but
So Dentry, you hear Borman's whistle, and you can run up these stairs.
I guess. I guess I'll. As soon as I get to the top of the stairs, I'll attack.
Are you swinging on Dukoff?
Probably yeah.
Okay.
He's probably the threat.
Yeah, he's the one with an arrow sticking out of his back.
All right, Dukoff, you've been hurt, and I'm coming to hurt you more. Here you are, Alexa, light.
Hold on one second.
Because I got to be able to see things, son of a biscuit. I'm going to assume a 13 doesn't hit him. Hello?
he's doing
Hello?
math. I hear you.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, give me just a sec.
Okay, cool. Where did he go?
Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once.
Okay. That's fine. Hopefully Dukoff isn't that well armored.
There we go. Okay, sorry, what did you get?
He rolled a 13 to hit.
That's a hit.
This?
It
Hell
is.
yeah. Woohoo. Yay. I was like, there's no way. Woohoo. Okay. Flaming sword. Where you at, D8? Woohoo! 8 plus 1. 9.
9 points. So you slash the Hobgoblin King with your flaming sword, and he's still standing. He has a vicious burn and slash mark across his chest.
Fuck.
He does not like that. Dukoth yells out something in Hobgoblin, which probably translates to "get him," and he is going to swing his. He's got a rusty scimitar-looking sword.
Bro,
But he is going to swing on Dentry. And he misses with a total of a 4. That's awful. Or, no, just a 2. He misses. Jackson, what would you like to do? You can move Jackson wherever you want to move him to, starting at the top of the stairs.
Stairs to here. Actually, no. Jackson's going to come up the stairs to here and try and go at this Hobgoblin.
Okay.
And he acquired that awesome something or other last time that we were playing.
Yeah, was that the sword of sharpness?
Yep, Sword of Sharpness. All right, Sword of Sharpness, do your thing. Hey, good roll, that 20.
Oh, you're gonna do well. First of all, you're going to do max damage. So go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll see. You know what happens here. But yeah, that is
max damage. You don't roll that.
Yeah, you don't roll that. So you do 1d8 plus your strength modifier.
+1 also, because it's a +1 sword.
Right.
So +2.
So that's 10.
Yeah. So you don't need to roll on the to hit tables. Because Jackson leaps to the top of the stairs and just goes, and this Hobgoblin's head just comes right off. There was not even any drag. Like, Hobbo Gobbo is dead.
Beautiful. That's a way to open up some movement space around here.
Right.
Guys, today you're and I like it.
Toomey the fairy cat. What are you going to tell Toomey to do?
Well, I was going to tell Toomey to attack the one that I attacked. So Toomey comes up, sees the one that I attacked is dead, and says, all right, well, this one can get it.
So roll a d6.
All right, I have to see if Toomey listens to me, huh?
Right. You got a 2 in 6 chance.
You got a cute little kitten that has to be taught.
6 again.
What'd you get?
6.
Yeah, so Toomey looks at you like, he doesn't smell like
I'm
tuna.
good, I'm good.
Toomey's not going to attack. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Run up the stairs and try and smack one of these goblins.
Okay. So you got the Hobgoblin King here, who is badly burned, and then you have a healthy Hobgoblin here.
Okay, I should probably try and kill the king. That seems like the
Now I'm imagining that he's got like an Elvis hairdo, and his armor is actually that terrible white jumpsuit with the big collar. Every time he takes hits, every time he gets hit, he's like, thank you very much.
I rolled like 4. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, no, that is a mess. Willow the War Dog.
Willow's gonna just run up the stairs and attack the thing that's bloody. Just really try to remove him from the equation here.
Okay.
That goes 17. 16.
That is a hit.
All right. So we'll do 2d4 damage. 5 points of damage.
Okay, and the Dukoth, the Hobgoblin King, goes down as Willow jumps on him and mauls him to death.
I'm
I
gonna
look
put
at
Willow.
Chewie and go, see, that could have been you.
This Hobgoblin, he has a polearm.
Oh, he's got range.
At polearm. Nope, it's just it has brace. It is a melee weapon. It is slow. It is two-handed. He is going to probably attack the nearest person to him, which would be Dentry. So
Bring it, bro.
he is going to swing his poleaxe on Dentry. Nat 20.
Oh.
He hits Dentry for max damage.
What I get for taunting him?
Which is going to be 10 points.
Alrighty.
Thank God you're. Yeah.
Thank God that you guys leveled up, right? But
Yeah,
still,
that
I mean,
was-
10 points even at level 2 or 3 is going to smart.
Yeah. I'm at 20 of 30 now.
Alora.
We'll do the only thing she can really do and cure some light wounds.
That's a good idea. So Alora probably jumps up here.
Yeah, on Dentry. Okay, and for that I roll 1d6 plus 1.
Being a tardy kind of witch, I imagine she just boops his nose for cure light wounds. Boop. So that's, what, 1d6 plus 1?
Yeah, I get 5 back.
Thank you.
All right.
Tip my non-existent hat to the lady.
We are back to Borman.
Yeah. Borman is going to not use 3 dice, needs 2. Borman's going to throw his dagger.
Okay.
So this is plus 5 to hit.
Yeah.
Not very well. 7.
7's a miss. The goblin the hobgoblin kind of anticipates it, and he knocks your dagger out of the way with his pole arm. Dentry, you want to get some revenge?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely yes. Punk ass. 10.
That's a miss. Dukoth is dead. Jackson L. Samuel.
7, 18.
That's a hit. I assume
How's it go? I get to
Jackson took a step forward to swing.
Yeah, step forward to swing with my sharpness of sword. Okay. I didn't roll a natural 18 though. It was a 17 plus 1, so I don't get the slashiness of it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. He's still gonna take some damage. 8 points of damage.
Ooh. Well, it doesn't matter because Jackson runs the hobgoblin through and puts a stop to that.
I'll collect my dagger and my caltrips.
Okay.
Do fairy cats like to eat hobgoblin?
Do who like to eat hobgoblins?
Fairy cats like to eat hobgoblin.
Probably not.
I'm still going to praise Willow and pet him and scratch him behind the ears. He did an excellent job.
All right. You guys are going to get 3 rolls on table D.
That's D100? Is that what you're talking about?
It is. Table D. There we go. So who wants to make the first D100 roll? There we go. 92
92.
is
Oh,
nothing.
I'm sorry. It's only 91, but I get you.
Yeah, no, it is nothing. Next,
80 is probably nothing as well.
correct. And last roll. That's something. You get 3,000 gold pieces. Is what is in
I'll
their
do the party
hoard.
kit again if you want.
All right, you're doing it? Cool.
3,000 gold pieces. Woohoo!
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a nice haul.
Yeah, that's a good hoard.
Yeah.
And then out of
Copper
this,
pieces.
so out of this room to the west is this wooden door, and I mean,
Does Dentry need to drink a potion or anything?
I'm at 25 of 30. I'm okay right now.
All right. Well,
tis
gonna
but a
look for
flesh wound.
all right. Gonna look for traps on this door.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 3, so that would
Yeah,
be a success.
you've got what, a 5 and 6 chance for finding traps?
Correct. I only
Yeah.
fail on a 6.
Yeah, no, there's no traps. And so
All right.
this door, you see that there is a east-west hallway here, or I'm sorry, north-south hallway. To the north, there is another one of these wooden doors.
Yeah.
And to the south, you see this long hallway that ends at a T-junction. And all along this hallway on the east and west side are more of these doors. They look like they are all of the doors. They're made of wood, but they appear to be leading into individual tombs.
Oh, so these are all so there's got like people's names on them and stuff right here.
They are labeled. So like this one, let's see here. What is that one? That one is... That is listed as the Tomb of the Jester.
Looking for traps.
There are no traps.
Is it locked?
It is not. It is locked. Yes, it is locked. And there is on the door is an engraving of a plump, impish man playing a mandolin.
Okay. God, it's really important that we see if anything's in there, though, right? I mean, that gotta see if I can unlock it, even though I don't have that great of a chance.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
No, I do not unlock it.
All right, so the door is locked, and you can't try again until you gain a level.
That's correct. And so, with that in mind, I
Busting
will.
it open? Jackson walks over like, hey, are we busting it open? Are we busting it open?
Yeah, we can bust it
Dentry.
open. You
He's
know.
like, let me bust some shit open.
Yeah, I'll just step right up here and let him try to force it.
Okay. What is Dentry's strength?
Dentry strength is... Where the hell is my strength at? 16 plus 2.
All right, you have a 4 and 6 chance of busting this door open. Go ahead and I assume you're going to use the crowbar.
Yep. Well, I rolled a 4, thankfully.
Okay, so you basically destroy this door. It will never open and close again. It is just splintered, and you see this. And this room here. Okay. So there's cracked flagstones. The entire room is made of these. Walls, 10-foot ceiling, floor. There's a stone coffin in the middle of the room. Here.
Was I able to restring my bow?
You could take some time to restring your bow if you guys want to allow Borman to do that before you fully go into this room.
Absolutely. We want him at full usability.
Yeah, I'd really like to be able to shoot my bow. Just because it's fun.
Okay. So yeah, restring your bow takes about 10 minutes. You get the bow restrung and you're ready to go.
All right, let's look for traps.
Okay.
Take a little 10 minutes off the clock and look for some traps. Well, look at there. I should be able to move on in here with me and my compadre.
Yeah, go ahead and move in where you want to move to. And
hopefully there's nothing traps. As we kind of stepping in,
Yeah.
Looking.
You don't find any traps as that distance into the room. The little entry hall isn't trapped. You don't find any traps in here. Of course, and I mean, not that you really have to worry about it too much. Dentry's got a flaming sword, and you've got other light sources. This tomb is dark, and you can see that there are bits, bones, and whatnot that are scattered around the floor. It looks like there were probably more than. Obviously, there's a stone coffin in the middle of the room, but it looks like they interred some more people in here that just are unnamed.
All right, well, the 10-foot pole, let's see if I can push the top off the sarcophagus there to make sure nobody's hiding in there.
Okay, so you push off the. So you're opening the coffin?
That's right, with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so you kind of shove, get the pole in there, and the coffin appears to be undisturbed. It's 7 feet long in size and 4 feet wide. And inside, you see that there is a mummified corpse of a 4-foot-tall man wearing a jester's costume.
I'm gonna go ahead and poke him. Is the jester's costume in good condition and everything, or is it like rotted and done with time?
It's rotted and done with time. However, you do see that the corpse is wearing a pair of stilts, and the stilts look like they're made of wood, but they appear to be in fairly good condition. And when you look at the stilts, the way the feet of the corpse, or the way the feet of the mummy is that there is a ring on each of there. So there's like a where you place your feet on the stilts, a little platform. There is a metal ring that goes around the big toe of each foot.
Wow. And no other treasure or anything in there? Anyone think anything of this?
And the stilts appear to be about 2 feet long. So it would have added 2 feet to this guy's size.
Kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. I mean, if the stilts are amazingly well preserved and all that, that's interesting, but not really feeling the need to have stilts, I'm not a gesture.
So they do appear to be in very good condition, and looking at the stilts a little further, you see that there is some kind of mechanical mechanism with the stilts as well.
Okay, well.
Yeah, you never know when you need a short person extender. I guess go ahead and try to remove the stilts.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Five.
So as you take these stilts off, and when you're looking at them, there appears to be a couple of different mechanisms involved with these. Your guess is that these stilts are of like Zwerfneblin gadgetry type design. Not that they're clockwork, but you see that there is the stilts appear that they can there's a sliding mechanism, so it may be that the stilts will grow, will get longer. And you also see on the back side of the stilts that there is right now there is a compressed spring.
Well, I bet it helps you jump and all kinds of shit, but we should play with it outside, not.
True. Not in the stone.
Yeah, with only a 10-foot tall ceiling. Bam! Ow, my head! These are stilts of the Jester. They are a pair of 2-foot long stilts. They have a ring that attaches the big toe on each foot. The ring can be tugged on with the toe to produce the following effects. You can grow or shrink. Tugging up or pressing down on the toe ring causes the stilts to change their length. The stilts add 2 feet to the character's height, but can grow to add up to 6 feet. Wiggling the toes in an alternating fashion causes the stilts to act as pogo sticks. The character can jump up to 10 feet. A character wearing the stilts will also take half damage from falls on a successful Dex ability check.
Awesome. This was worth breaking a door for sure.
Sure. Yeah. And it lets us know that everything we find around here is probably safe.
And like I said, there are small piles of bones over here and over here.
I don't know. I don't know if I really want to poke around on everything dead around here. If I don't see any immediate, reason to, we'll just move to the next one and repeat what we've done before with checking for traps and.
Okay.
Can Willow resist the urge to take one of the bones? Gnaw on it?
Well, Willow's. I mean, I've been giving him pieces of everything we kill, and
Oh.
yeah.
Willow's
I don't really want to animate skeletons if I don't have to.
So this door, this door is an iron door inlaid with platinum filigree. And there is a stamp of a long-forgotten royal seal on the door, and the lintel above the door has a plaque that says "The Tomb of Duchess Bartolia."
And no traps.
And you didn't find any traps.
And the door, I guess, is locked.
It is not.
Really?
Gotta go ahead. Yeah, gotta go ahead and let me switch here.
Oh, at this point, we have to open it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not locked. I just got to put my little things in the right order. I'm going to go ahead and open the door and see how this looks.
So, you open this door. There is a burgundy and gold mosaic tile on the floor. There's white and gold tiles on the walls. And there are wooden beams and brick on the 10-foot ceiling. And in the center of the room, there's a stone coffin, and the lid is cracked. It looks like something extremely heavy smashed down onto the top of this coffin. And you can see inside, there doesn't appear to be anything inside. But to the north, there is a 10-foot long passageway that leads into another tomb.
Well, I got to keep going along, I guess. There's nothing else to do but to search for traps as I continue to walk on through.
At this point, I mean, we're going forward. We still didn't even clear that floor below us.
Oh, well.
True. In this room, you see that there is burgundy and gold mosaic tiles on the floor, white and gold tiles on the walls, wood beams and brick on a 15-foot vaulted ceiling. You see there's 2 dead goblins laying on the floor on the east side of the coffin. And again, this is an iron door leading to the west out of here that is inlaid with platinum filigree. This is an elaborate coffin there is a plaque on the coffin that says Duke Ptolemy Altenwerf. And it appears to be undisturbed.
Does anybody know who that is?
There
is there
are
like a history check?
There are no traps. As far as, do you guys know who this guy is? I will allow whoever wants to try to conjure that information. You can make a intelligence ability check.
Okay.
So you want to roll under your intelligence.
All right.
All right. I got a 3.
So Duke Ptolemy Altenworf, in the very, very distant past, was one of the dukes that married into the Braun family and was basically a ruler of the Braunhaven region, ruling from Castle Braun, which you know now is Castle Braun has fallen into ruins.
How do these goblins appear to have died?
They appear very pale, and there's a sticky resin on their face. Aside from that, you can't really discern how they perished.
That doesn't seem good.
Okay, how about we do this? How about we take our pogo stilt sticks and lean them up against the edge of the thing, and then with a 10-foot pole, wiggle the toe mechanism and make them spring. And that should open up the
coffin?
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Try that. Sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do that, and the lid pops open and crashes to the floor. There is a body inside, but that's it. There's nothing else buried with him.
There's no sign of anything sappy.
No.
Okay.
Well, we want to go ahead and inspect and see if there looks to be a false bottom or anything in there.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, you don't find anything else. You toss the body and dig through there. Nothing else in here.
Okay, well, we now know how to open sarcophagus in a safe manner. We're just gonna. Is this door unlocked? Looking for traps.
Go ahead and roll for trap check. It is unlocked, and there are no traps.
Go ahead and do we want to go back and start doing this, or do we want to keep pushing forward? How does the party want to do?
We can keep going. It seems like it's worked out.
Let's go.
We can always
go back
the door.
On our way back.
Yeah, opening the door.
Okay. So you open the door.
Ooh. Can I have Toomey, if Toomey will listen, kind of slink over by this door and see if they can look through? Can they see through the doorway?
So that door is closed.
Is it solid?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then.
Wait, what? Okay, so you open this door, and you see. Let's see here. There are a couple of goblins in this hallway. This door to the north appears to be open, and the goblins are not surprised. They see you, and everybody needs to roll initiative. While you guys are doing initiative, I'll be right back.
I hate when the dice lands against the dice tray, and I'm like, I have to re-roll that. And then the second roll is way worse.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because the first roll was probably going to be a 6 if the dice had finished falling. The second roll was a 1. Do I have a dex modifier? Jackson? I've just not been adding his dex modifier this whole time. Jackson's minus, I know that. Okay, yeah, there's no dex 4.
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna have it's a good old time here.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Shit, that's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, but they have a
You
low.
mentioned I like to range weapons. It looks like my character's better with a sword.
Well, I mean, then own it. Get a shield.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. A shield gives you +1 to that AC. Or it changes your AC by 1. So. Goblins aren't that tough, hopefully.
Okay, so let's see here. You got your look at the big inish on the witch.
Yeah, I know. I can't do anything really either.
So
she's got that sling.
Yeah.
Mavis or Alora, which one first?
Mavis first.
Okay. Okay. So Mavis, you all the way back down here, you hear that Borman has opened the door, and you hear the shouting of goblin voices. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I think I can run in front and fire off something from the sling and then move back a little so I'm not in the way.
Okay.
I think that's about all I can do.
Yeah, you got a direct line of sight on this one.
Okay, another 3. That sucks. Okay.
And
Damn it.
Alora.
We'll repeat the same maneuver with a different D20.
There you go.
Maybe. Oh, there's one. Okay, good. Come on, dice. Nat 20.
Nice. So that's going to do max damage. So sling is what, a D4?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a dead goblin. He has a rock stuck in his forehead, and he just takes the rock, and you see his head kind of snap back, and then he just falls back dead.
Wow. Did not
Well, way to go. She didn't even have to curse him or nothing. Jackson, you can hear that there's a bunch of stuff going on up here.
All right, Jackson. First thing Jackson does is looks at Toomey and says, "We're gonna try this again, all right? I feel like you can make the party proud, but we got to work together." And then Jackson rushes up.
Okay.
How much can I move? Jackson's not a frontliner, so Jackson's gonna hang in the back.
Okay.
And
so you wouldn't have a line of sight on this guy.
Seeing as we were hanging in the back, can we say that I would have had my bow and arrow out, or can I take a turn to do that?
I would figure you probably would have. Yeah.
All right, cool. Then I will roll to attack with my bow and arrow. Yes.
Well, you wouldn't have line of sight on this guy because he's up in the alcove in front of the door.
Oh well, then never mind.
But you could ready an action. You could ready an action.
That's what I will do. Is I will ready an action for whoever comes through, and I just wasted a great roll.
Borman, what would you like to do?
Well, opening the door, and I've got my bow and arrow, but I really can't see anybody.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you wouldn't have line of sight on him.
I can kind of hug the thing and step forward a little bit.
Yeah. From right there, you could hit him.
Well, then right there is where I will hit him from.
All right.
Oh, no, I don't move the dog yet. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right there. I'll just ping.
Go for it.
Hi. So this is.
And you get a +1 to hit.
Yeah. There we go. 22 hit.
Yeah, it does.
And I believe this is a D6. 3 points of damage.
Yeah, that is another dead gob. Yeah, you're...
Yep, and I'm going to go sick 'em.
Okay, so Willow the War Dog
will run with his full movement. He's got 40 feet, and he's just going to run in there and attack the first thing he fucking sees.
All right.
Thaco is 17.
Yep, that
18 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right. 2d4 damage. Bite. 4 points of biting goblin.
Yeah.
Willow the War Dog.
Willow the War Dog goes up and rips out the goblin's throat.
It's over there. Yeah.
All right. Toomey the Fairy Cat. Go ahead and roll a d6. And this time you have a 3 in 6 chance.
All right, Toomey. Let's do this. Another 6. Toomey, why don't you like me?
Jimmy's like, no.
Will Toomey just, like, come up, or is Toomey just going to still hang back?
He can move up to you. Yeah, rather than attack, Toomey comes up and just starts nudging up against your leg.
Like, hey, man, I was promised cuddles. I was promised cuddles and pets.
The goblins, they are both going to attack Willow the War Dog. Because they don't have any other choice. I mean, a morale check doesn't matter because they can't escape. So their fight or flight response is going to be kicking in. They're armed with short swords. First attack on Willow is a 15. What's Willow's AC?
Willow's AC is probably not going to get him out of this, but I'm looking 13 AC 6.
Okay. That is a hit.
Yeah.
Willow's going to take 2 points of damage. And the
Alright.
second attack, 15 hits. Willow's going to take another 2 points of damage.
Okay. Willow's okay.
And Dentry, what would you like to do?
Okay, that's a long distance to get to. I don't know if I'll be able to cover. I get to the door.
Okay.
And I basically just stand at the door like, if they get past Will the War Dog somehow, I'm messing people up.
Right. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Cheer on Willow.
Sounds like a Purina commercial in there.
Yeah. We'll go here.
Okay.
Yeah, can't really get in there.
What do you want Alora to do?
Not get into the mix too much, so maybe like here, then I'm kind of in between everybody.
Okay. And Jackson.
Jackson has... What is Jackson's movement? Shit. Jackson's movement should be 30... The hell? 240, 80. That's not right. I doubt his movement's 80, so it's probably 30. Maybe it's 20. I don't know.
If you're in heavy armor, it's 20.
He's in chainmail.
So that would be heavy. So yeah, your movement. Oh wait, no, it's showing on your character sheet. He's got 40, but I don't think that's I don't think that... If he's in chainmail, it should be 20.
So it would have been 40, but the chainmail makes it 20?
Yep.
Okay.
The only light armor really is like leather. They don't
Okay.
have padded armor, but I don't see that that's really that big of a detriment because padded armor always felt useless to me.
Okay. Well, then I will just move up to here to cover the hallway in case something comes along. I think I can get that far.
Okay. All right. And we're back to Borman.
Okay. I'm gonna use my free action to kind of draw my long sword out and run right up in there. I'm gonna hit this guy.
All right, go for it.
An 11 hit. My THAC0 is 19.
It does not.
Okay.
You looked really cool doing it. So Borman runs in there and jumps over Willow, kind of lands on the other side doing a somersault and swings at the goblin. But the goblin just kind of dodges out of the way at the last second. What would Willow like to do?
Willow is going to attack this guy right here.
Okay.
THAC0 17.
That
with
is
a
a
16
hit.
to hit.
That hits.
All right. Willow does 6.
Oof. So Willow is chowing down on this guy's throat.
Yeah, he's just going to kind of jump further in here. I don't really want to do an attack of opportunity, but I want him, he's coming in and leading the way.
Okay. So Jackson, roll a d6. You got a 3 and 6 chance for Toomey to listen.
You know what I realized here? I've been rolling Toomey's D6, and I feel like maybe I should roll Jackson's D6, because maybe Toomey doesn't want to be it, but maybe Jackson's like, I need you to be. It was a 5 that time.
So Toomey's still...
So slightly better.
Toomey's trying to learn, but, I own cats, and I can tell you half the time they do not come when I call them.
Yeah, no, I get it.
The last goblin, like I said, he doesn't have a whole lot of choice, so he's going to... That dog really scares him. He's going to swing on Willow the War Dog. And not do anything with a 7. Dentry. Whoops. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Dentry will walk up and do what Dentry does. Swing the sword.
Okay.
And not with a 6.
No, not with a 6. We're back to Mavis.
How do I get in there?
It is getting pretty crowded at this point.
Yeah, I think I am gonna revive an old classic and make sure nothing's coming up behind us.
Okay. So the one thing that Mavis notices is that the lintel above the door for this tomb that you're in, or that you're fighting these goblins in, is labeled as Mistress Catriana's Vault.
I don't know who that is. Pretty mysterious.
What does Allura want to do?
Shit, cannot do anything either. Can't get in there, can't throw anything. Yeah, nobody's hurt, really.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, Willow's injured, but...
I'm too far away to get to anything. Can she decipher the thing?
5, but is it worth using?
Does you want her to try and figure out who Mistress Catriana is?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Under my int?
Yeah.
Success.
Okay, so you remember that that the Duke what was his name? Ptolemy Altenworf had a mistress, and she was named Mistress Catriona Altenworf, and apparently this is her vault.
Okay.
Jackson, what would you like to do?
Okay, Jackson would like to get line of sight on said goblin.
I would say you would have line of sight there. Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah, alrighty. 11.
That is a miss.
Fucking hell. This goblin has got to be terrified, but like just praising its freaking stars.
Yeah. Borman, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack.
All right. There you go. That's max weapon damage.
This will be 9 points of damage.
Okay, so that is another dead goblin. And add this up. Okay. And so in this room, there was this door that was open. There's an iron door with gold filigree. This is not, there are other doors in here that you've seen that are, most of the other doors are either iron or wood. This door actually, and the iron doors that you've run into before have platinum filigree. This one has actual gold. It has a gray tile floor. There's 15-foot ceilings and gray tile walls. And on the north wall, there is an iron banded chest. And the chest is actually open, and most of its contents have been dumped on the floor.
Oh, okay, because the goblins got in it, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's see what's here.
So, in here, the first thing that you find is a sapphire-studded platinum bracelet worth 125 gold pieces.
Platinum studded bracelet, 125 gold.
Yes.
Did I miss any other loot, by the way, at some point? Because I feel like I stepped away for a second, so I'm not sure.
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
And there is a diamond ring worth 150 gold pieces.
Diamond ring, 150 gold.
And the
Oh,
last...
right. Well, we got the stilts. Were there anything besides the stilts in that room? Because I was being disturbed at that moment. I didn't hear what we said at that point.
Not that you found.
Okay, cool.
And the last thing that you find is a very fine suit of chainmail. Or chainmail shirt, rather.
Fine chainmail shirt. Anybody want to put on the fine chainmail shirt?
I don't think the witch can wear it.
Good Mavis.
I think, let me see. Is that what I already have? I bought like the best armor I could. So I think that might be what I already have, but it might be magical in some way. I'll try it on and see if anything weird happens.
Okay. So you put on the chainmail shirt. It is +1 chainmail. So your AC will drop by another 1.
Dang. All right. Well, I'm not like a tank though. Let me see here.
What are you currently wearing for armor?
Well, I mean, you'd probably want your healer to be well protected as well. It's up to you guys how you want to divvy up the treasure.
My
Well, I
AC's
mean, are you currently wearing chainmail, or are you wearing something better than chainmail?
Isn't that the best thing that we had available to us?
Yeah,
We're-
I think originally, yeah. It was
Oh,
really
that's what.
depending on what you could afford.
Yeah, I'm wearing Cassandra's old armor, and I'm pretty sure that's chained. So I mean, my AC is 1, so
Yeah, this would drop it to 0.
If your AC is 1, you're probably better than chainmail then,
oh, okay.
because chainmail, that's all that. Even I mean, chainmail plus a shield would put. I'm just thinking that because Jackson's at a 6 for AC, and with do you have anything else?
So chainmail with a shield would be AC of 4. What's Cassandra's Dex modifier? Or not Cassandra, Mavis's Dex modifier.
My dex is -1, so
Okay, so that's back up to 5. And one of you guys, did you guys get a ring of protection?
yeah.
So that brings it back down to 4.
Oh, okay. So her stats were different. I think I copied his stuff over after she died without realizing that there's a stat.
Mavis would have an AC of 4.
Oh, okay.
This would drop it to an AC of 3.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, anything that makes your healer harder to hit is generally a good thing.
Absolutely. I was like, I feel like you either have better, because I remember you said it was a 1. I'm like, you either have to have better than chainmail, or something,
or an outrageously high dex for a cleric. So that's all you.
Had a high dex, but not Mavis doesn't though. So
that's all you find in this room. This hallway. Let me double check. This hallway zigs up to the north and then continues west, and there is another door at the end of this hallway. And then, of course, you've got this long hallway to the south.
There's a searching for traps along the way.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find any traps.
All right. Is this unlocked?
This door. It is an iron-banded door. It appears that at one time this door was painted with a gold paint, and the gold paint has worn off and is glittering on the floor in this 5-foot square in front of the door. But the door itself is not locked.
Got to open it up then.
Okay.
I'm going to have my long sword and shield out.
Okay. So this room, the lintel above the door just says priestly donations. And it is gray flagstone on the walls and floor. There are white and gold tiles with wood beams on a 10-foot vaulted ceiling. There are large copper-banded wooden chests to the north and south. And there is a iron-banded wooden door that, again, looks like somebody tried to paint it gold, but the gold paint has worn off and is glittering on the floor to the west.
I'm going to continue to search for traps. And we go up to the first chest here.
Okay, so the first chest to the north, there's no traps, but you rummage through it, and the chest itself has been already looted and is empty.
I'm going to guess the same thing for the south, but we will go through the motions anyway.
So you don't find any traps, and the chest at first appears that it has been rummaged through, but you do find that the chest has a false bottom. And inside is a silver and ruby studded chalice worth 150 gold pieces.
150 gold.
Hold on here. There is a matching pair of electrum and diamond monogram earrings with the letter K that are worth 500 gold.
500 gold for the earrings.
A holy book.
I'm assuming I don't have to put all the details.
There is a holy book of prayers of the old gods worth 125 gold pieces.
Ooh, holy book for 125 or 105?
And there is a sack with 10 gems that are worth 5 gold pieces each.
5
Now-
each or 5 total?
5 each.
Okay. 5 sack with 10 gems.
Does Mavis want to read this book?
I could try. I hope I don't get possessed by demons or something.
No, it is just a prayer book, a clerical prayer book dedicated to the old gods.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the old ones from something else. Okay, never mind. But it's
Cool.
all something good.
And I'm checking for traps as we continue along through the hallway
Okay.
or through the door.
This door. Let me double check. You don't detect any traps on the door.
Oh, well, is it locked?
It is not.
All right, that was to pick the lock. I would have fucked around and did it anyway. So, yeah, great. Then let's open it up.
So the lintel above this door lists it as priestly chambers, and you open the door. There is cracked cobblestone on the floors and walls, white and gold tiles and wood beams on a 10-foot vaulted ceiling. There are gold paint flakes in front of both doors. There are all 3 doors. There's a door to the south, a door to the west, and then the door that you have opened. And there are 6 coffins in here. They are made of simple wood with iron inlay and a silver inlaid holy symbol. And in the center of the room is a large altar.
Anything on the altar or anything? Is just
So the altar seems that there's a heavily worn engraving of a prayer to Satis on the surface that says, "All hail the great wave mother and welcome the kraken in the deep. Embrace her and accept the tempest."
ooh, that sounds really stupid to say out loud right now because that sounds like it would trigger something that might fuck us up. So I will ask Mavis what she thinks about this shit.
How do I consult my cleric training?
Well, you would already know. Let me tell you about Satis. Three. So Satis is the goddess of elemental water, the great wave mother, the kraken in the deep. She is a neutral god, mostly worshipped by sailors and river folk. It is known that Satis can be a cruel goddess. She is considered to be an outsider among the old gods, as she came to Braunhaven in the form of comets after the world was created by Montes. And the world was heated by Thuras, and the wind swept by their daughter Frisia. It was her demand of mortals that a day be set aside for worship of all the gods, and when the mortals complied, she continued to batter their coastal towns and stormy seas, or flooded farms with swollen rivers. Satis is commonly shown as a kraken rising from the deep to devour a sailing ship. Her most common worshippers are sailors sharing the temple with Frisia at the port of Tacidantulus's tower. Offerings are often given to her in the form of a basket of baked crab in the town of Reef's End, though she is feared there. Druids of the Circle of Waves can often be found on the solstices, performing rituals on the coastal beaches and near rivers, often in the form of a human sacrifice. So that's
Well,
No.
yeah. Hold on here. This is page 7.
They probably just chuck the corpses out to sea, so I doubt these guys are the sacrifices.
So the door to the south you hear a hissing sound, and you see dust kind of blow out from the seam around this door, and then the dust kind of settles.
Huh. Weird.
I'm
I'm sure it's
invisible.
Screw this shit. I'm going invisible.
Does the dust look like it's moving or anything?
Nope. It looks like it's just normal dust.
something's just in that room, I suppose. I'd assume.
Yeah.
We should probably go in there and check.
Yeah. Going to look.
Guess we gotta
Let's look
go.
for traps. Yeah. Well, headed that way.
Okay, so you don't find any traps. The door. Oh, first of all, hold on. We'll double check this. Okay. So this door, the paint chips have flaked off to the point where they're not even paint chips anymore. There's just powder on the floor, and the door is unlocked.
Got to go ahead and open it up if there's not any traps.
Okay, there's no traps.
All right.
So this room, dark flagstones on the floor, walls, and a 10-foot ceiling. There's old wood coffins, and the entire place smells of dried pine pitch.
Let's go ahead and use the 10-foot pole in front of us, as we look for traps and move forward.
Okay.
Here.
So you
I'm going to go.
You don't
I want
find...
to do my roll after I said that.
Yeah.
So,
you don't find any traps, but the coffins, the coffins are so old and kind of rotted through that you can see inside the coffins. The remains have nearly rotted away to dust. But I mean, you do see some skeletal remains. But what you do see, it seems that when they were just buried in simple brown robes. Aside from that, you don't see anything else in this room. There is a door to the south, and it is an iron-banded wood door.
Let's check for traps and keep moving. I mean, if I don't see anything that looks shiny and stuff and fun in those, there's no reason to disturb things.
So you don't find any traps, but the door is swollen and stuck in its jamb. Oh, okay. So, Toomey the fairy cat follows Jackson, and when it steps in front of this altar in the previous room, a vile-smelling liquid sprays out and sprays onto Toomey, and the cat now smells of, like, death and decay.
Shit.
But aside from that, the cat seems fine. It's a stinky kitty.
At this point, it is a very important question to ask. Can the cat just fly indefinitely, or does it have to land?
I mean, I wouldn't say indefinitely, but it can fly quite a bit. It can hover too. I mean, as long as it's flapping, it's a fairy cat. So,
alrighty. From this point forward, Toomey will now be either hovering or maybe landing on my shoulder.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Jackson may not want the cat on his shoulder. That's awfully close to the nose holes.
That's true.
This is true.
So yeah, this door to the south is swollen and stuck shut.
gonna put my dog kind of back away from the door.
Okay.
And are the hinges on this side?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna take my 10-foot pole and use it as a kind of as a big chisel, and I'm gonna try to bash those.
Yeah, they'll probably come off.
I'm gonna try to bash those hinges off the door.
Okay.
Bash those hinges.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to use a 10-foot pole to do that.
All right. Well, then I will, kind of swing up here next to it and try to use the side of the wall as best I can. But I'm going to take, like, the hammer that comes with my hammer and pinion thing, and I'm going to bash I'm going to hit the hinges with it.
Okay. What's your strength?
15.
You got a 3 and 6 chance. Go ahead and roll a d6. Yeah, no, you're not able to get this. This door is really stuck in the jam.
I'm gonna back up here and I'm gonna call for help.
So Dentry's gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
So Dentry, roll a d6. You got a 4 and 6.
Roll the 1.
Okay. So Dentry is able to crack this door open and get it unstuck. And this room.
It is probably moist.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do my
So
rolling for traps.
So the lintel above this door is labeled the Tomb of the Defiler. And this whole room is packed earth and cracked stone, floors, walls, 10-foot ceiling. You see that there are insects scurrying all over the place in here. There's centipedes and spiders and beetles, bugs. You do see that this room is oddly shaped, so it kind of there's a main room area for the tomb here, and then there is this hallway that leads south to another door, and there's an iron-banded wooden door that is closed at the end of this hallway. And in this main room, there is a chest, and there is a coffin.
And look for traps.
This coffin is covered with it is an ebony wood coffin with a rolled red velvet across the top.
Oh fuck. Well, I gotta poke it with a damn 10-foot pole.
You're gonna poke the coffin.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can open it up, with a 10-foot pole from a distance.
Okay, so you open.
Looked for traps. I got a 5.
So you don't find any traps, but when you open the lid of the coffin,
Oh, damn it.
5 ghouls claw their way up from the ground and out of the coffin, and they all look very hungry.
I think you should come back, bruh. I think you should come back.
Everybody roll initiative.
Okay, I need to look up if clerics can do anything.
You could turn undead.
Yep, clerics can turn undead.
Okay, maybe on my turn I can do that then.
Hey, cleric, now's a good time for you to show off your amazingness.
Yeah, hopefully.
Present that holy symbol.
You can't have lower than a 1 for initiative, can you?
No, you would still be at 1.
You just don't get to go.
Yeah.
It's no turn for you.
All right, everybody got their initiative in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
I really not quite first. Unless it's the other 5 the ghouls.
No, that's the cat.
Oh, that's a cat. Okay.
Okay, so Mavis, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Run over there and get to turning.
Tell all those evildoers to knock off all that evil?
Yeah, I'll yell the holy phrase at them, whatever it is. The past two.
Pineapple.
Okay, so I need to look.
Pineapple.
Sea cucumber. And these guys, let's see, they are 2 hit dice creatures. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know how to do this in this game yet.
So turning, you invoke the power of your deity to repel undead monsters. You roll 2d6, and I consult the table, comparing the roll against the hit dice of the type of creature.
2d6. Okay.
Yeah.
Got 5.
Okay. So hold on here. So you're not high enough. You're Mavis is 3rd level, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So what does the dash?
The dash means no chance.
That's what I thought.
So I have no chance of doing anything with these.
Well, yeah, but that would be 5 hit dice monsters at 3. Oh, I see. You needed to get a 7 or better to turn them. So no, they are not turned. Okay,
I'll
so
just
that
next
makes
turn.
sense. Okay. All right. Jackson, roll a d6. You got 3 and 6 chance for Toomey to do what you want.
Jackson rolled a 6 this time. Jackson was like, "Look, man, I don't even care anymore."
So yeah, the stinky fairy cat just sticks to Jackson. Borman, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm in melee combat with this gentleman right here. And
Yeah,
so
you
I'm gonna,
you should
yeah.
have one like right in front of you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking undead magic. I don't know. I'm gonna drop the longsword and pull out the magic dagger and stick him with it.
Okay.
This would be plus 2.
You're hitting this one, right?
Yeah, well, if an 11 hits.
It does not.
Yeah. So there's that.
Dentry, what would you like to do?
Okay, Dentry is like, "Oh yeah, stuff to kill, woohoo, kill again." I open the door, and you just run in the room without me. Is that how it is?
Yeah, I mean you could run right here. There's one right here to start you off.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's run in this room. Let's attack that one.
Okay.
It's 18.
That is a hit.
Yeah, he's a +2. And flaming sword or no, this thing is going to get hurt. Fuck. 3. Wait. Add my strength plus the magic 4.
Okay. So you slash this ghoul, but it is still up and moving around. What would Alora like to do?
I don't know if witches can turn undead or not.
I don't think so. Would she, as a researcher, would she know anything about ghouls that could be helpful?
Let me see. So the witch, I mean, she knows they're undead. Oh, a witch must carry a holy symbol or other symbolic paraphernalia. But I don't think that means that she gets. Yeah, she doesn't get any turning abilities. She knows about ghouls. She knows that they are undead, and that they like to feed off of the dead, but they also have a taste for, of course, living flesh.
Okay.
She also knows that she would also know, and I would think Mavis would know this as well, that ghouls have are dangerous because they have a paralysis effect. Of course, elves and creatures larger than ogres are unaffected, but they can cause paralysis on a successful hit.
Okay, and all the corpses in this area are like disintegrated to dust, so I don't have any like meat cutlets I can go over to them. Okay, damn it. Maybe they want some smelly cat. Fuck, I don't know. I could try to sling one from here, I guess. Would it be a disadvantage?
No, not disadvantage, but if you roll a 1, there is a possibility that you could hit a teammate.
Okay. Okay, 2.
Nope. At least it's not a 1. Nope, you missed. Willow the War Dog.
Willow the War Dog's going to go ahead and bite the guy right here in front of his face.
Okay. He's
Again,
already slashed.
Yeah, his THAC0 is 17. Just chomps in the air, I guess. I don't know. He's using a bite.
Yeah.
Can't really drop your mouth.
Yeah, so he screws up pretty bad and misses and kind of overshoots the ghoul, and it kind of puts him up here in this corner.
All right.
Jackson, you can hear all sorts of action going down to the south. What would you like to do?
I suppose Jackson will get as far as Jackson can, which is probably about here. So I guess I could dash. I'll dash to the doorway.
Okay. And Toomey will follow you. And, you can tell because there's stinkiness. The 5 ghouls. So let's see here. First ghoul is going to make an attack on Borman.
AC 0. AC -1. Sorry.
Let's see here.
-2. I've got my shield out.
Yeah, he does not hit you. This ghoul.
Well, that's great.
I need to zoom in. I can't see these ghouls very well. This ghoul is also going to attack Borman, but not with a 12. 2, 3. This ghoul is going to attack Dentry, and not with a 9. And this ghoul is going to attack Willow the War Dog, not with an 8. God damn it. And this ghoul is going to move here, and he is going to attack Dentry. Ugh! And this ghoul trips and is prone, which will give you a +2 to your attacks on him. And so that is the disappointing attacks of the ghouls. Mavis, what would you like to do? Now, I need to double check something too. Let's see here. God
damn it.
Well, I'm not sure.
It's like, I think I'll try the digital dice and roll worse. Sorry, I'm a little preemptive there.
I think you can only make one turning attempt per turn per 10 minutes.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Don't quote me on that. Let me.
Oh, okay.
double
check
check
and see
something.
if I wasted my turn or if
I thought there was an optional role for clerics. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot. Ability check saving throws. Maybe under other combat issues. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can only make one attempt per turn. But I thought there was some kind of optional roll. Yeah, I'm going to say one attempt per turn, so you wouldn't be able to try to turn them again. They have successfully
resisted my.
Yeah, they've successfully resisted your turning attempt.
Okay, well, since I couldn't do that on the turn, I'll try and smack him then, I guess. Let's see here. Let me get the advanced dice ruler out. So it's I've been doing a d20 with my strength modifier for melee attacks, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
And if you're attacking this one here, you get a +2 to your attack because he's prone.
Oh. Okay, I just did a -1, so we'll do +1 instead.
That is a hit.
Yay. All right, good. And then it's 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Plus your strength modifier.
Which is -1, so.
But you got a magic mace.
So
it offsets that just offsets it. So if you're normally doing 1d6 plus 1, but your strength modifier is -1, then it's just 1d6.
Okay.
So 3 points, and you bop him on the head, and he's not dead, but he doesn't like getting bopped on the head. Jackson, roll a d6. You're looking for 1 to 3.
Alrighty, come on to me. 3.
Okay, so Toomey is now kind of figured it out and is considered a companion to Jackson. What would you like Toomey to do?
Toomey, use your fairy prowess to attack a ghoul.
Yeah, so Toomey can fly 40 feet into the room and pretty much, I mean, he could move over here and attack one of these two.
I'm going to go with...
This one to the north is already injured.
Okay, well then I'll go for that one.
Okay.
Although that one has a -2 to hit anybody else, because that's the one that Dentry's currently attacking.
Right. Yeah, these 3 actually all have -2 to hit anybody else.
Oh, shit, all 3 of them?
Yep. They're all engaged in combat with you.
Cool. Fuck them.
Yeah.
All right, well then, I'll just go with the one that's already injured. How does this work? Does the cat, have to not move to get all 3 attacks?
So the cat gets, it gets 1 bite, or it can do 2 claws. So your choice. And the claws do more damage, but if it hits with both claws, then it gets a rend attack that automatically deals an additional d6 damage.
Yeah, I know about that rend thing. I was like, okay, do I have to not move to get both attacks is what I was wondering.
No, you can move and then make your attacks.
All right, cool. Then the cat will attempt to attack. I don't even know if there's any attack modifier for Toomey. I don't think so. I think it's just a straight.
Yeah, it's just straight d20.
Okay, so missed with the first one at an 8. I'm assuming misses.
Yeah.
Oh, what? How Toomey? How?
Well,
Toomey.
Yeah, no, it would miss.
1.
Toomey rolled a 1 and stops fluttering and lands to the ground. All of the ghouls smell the fairy cat, and they all turn to look at the cat.
Oh, shit.
Borman, what would you like to do?
Um, well, I'm engaged with this guy right here. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing
Okay.
with my dagger. The 15 hit.
It does.
All right. 1d4 plus 2. 4.
Okay.
4 points of magic dagger.
Yeah, you slash into this ghoul, and it kind of lets out this blood-curdling scream of the undead. Dentry. Now, if you attack this one that's down, you get a +2 to your attack because he is prone.
Did Dentry notice all of them look to me?
Oh yeah, it was pretty obvious that they all looked at the cat.
Okay, then Dentry's gonna attack this one.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, that's not good. 15 or 16? 16. I try to get a +3 because the sword.
That is a hit.
Yes. I have not been adding my stats right to my rolls. This is stupid. 9 points of damage.
Ooh, and that is a dead ghoul. You stab a ghoul in the face, and the ghoul drops to the ground.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Alora.
Gonna try and do the sling thing again.
Okay. Yeah, you got a +2 to hit this guy that's on the ground.
Okay.
Actually, no, I take that back. You'd be at a -2 to hit the guy on the ground because he's prone and you're using a ranged weapon. But this guy you could hit.
Okay.
And that is a hit with a 14.
Okay, cool.
Nice, another 2 points. He's still moving around. He's got quite the flesh wound. Willow the War Dog.
I'm gonna bite the guy right there in front of his face.
That
Rolls
is a
12.
hit.
Gonna do 2d4. 5.
Okay. And Willow chomps down on a ghoul, and you hear a sickening crunch as its neck is broken.
He'll step forward in its place as he tends to do.
Jackson, what would you like to do?
Don't worry, Toomey. I'm coming.
So, Jackson, you could heroically jump over this prone ghoul and land here and make your attack and get a +2 bonus on this prone ghoul.
Jackson will do that. Oof, I thought that was a 2 at first. I was like, no. Then I got closer. It was a 17. Okay.
That is a hit.
Oh, what am I? Jackson's sword is a D8? D8.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
D8
plus
plus
+2,
2
right? Plus your strength modifier.
strength damage. D8 plus 2 because of the +1 to the sword and the things and the stuffs.
All the stuffs.
5.
Ooh, this ghoul is really bleeding out pretty bad. But he is still breathing. Well, I guess he's breathing. I mean, they count them as undead, but the reality is that ghouls are kind of that in between undead and dead, or undead and living creatures. But yeah, he's still in air quotes alive. The ghouls, there are 3 left. These 2 down here are going to attack Borman. Ugh, really? One of them as well. goes prone. The second ghoul does nothing with an 8. This ghoul is going to stand up. If Dentry wants, Dentry can take a attack of opportunity because this guy's standing up.
Okay, so the dice rolled and then landed on my above my D6. Are you counting that roll? I mean, it's upright. It's just landed on another die.
If it's upright, then that's fine.
Okay.
Not a cocked die.
I was like, it's not cocked. It's flat. Okay. That's a 16.
That hits.
I was like, I don't know what the rule is for that.
Right? Yeah.
5 damage.
So this guy goes to stand up to attack Dentry, and Dentry just runs him through and ends him. And Mavis, what would you like to do?
Can I get to a ghoul to smack it?
Yeah, you could take a 5-foot step in here, like right here, and you could attack this one that is prone. So you would get a +2 to attack him.
Okay.
There's another prone one? Oh, right.
It'll give me a +1 because of my strength being bad. Damn.
Oh, damn it.
Oh well.
What would Toomey the fairy cat like to do?
To me, the fairy cat is going to try to stand, or is going to not stand, but fly. And it's going to be like, all right, cool. I don't like that they're focused on me, so I'm going to focus on them. And it's going to fly over onto this.
Okay.
Said onto this. Why did you go back? And then attack this thing.
Go for it.
All right, Toomey. Show me you got some value. Hey, a 19.
That is a hit. So that
and
is
D4
D4 plus 1.
For 5. Sweet.
Jeez. Okay. Next attack.
Another 19. Okay.
That's another hit for another D4 plus 1.
So going from rolling a 1 to, okay, we got this. And that's a 3.
Okay, and then roll D6 for automatic Ren damage. So
Oh, yeah.
Toomey goes over, claws, and does the bunny kicks with its back legs.
3.
And shreds this ghoul to death.
Go Toomey.
Heck yeah. A valuable new team member.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Borman, you still got this one that's prone. You get a +2 to hit him.
All right, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and swing away with my magic dagger.
Oh.
9 is not probably gonna do it.
That is not going to do it. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Entry on the grounded one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Entry rolls an 8 plus 2, 10 plus 2, 12.
That's a miss.
Damn it!
Laura.
Kick it! Just kick it!
Can she see anything?
It's pretty crowded in there at this point. You guys are all just boot moshing this one last ghoul.
Okay, she'll look down the hallway and see if she can see anything at the end.
So she just sees that there is a iron banded wooden door at the end of the hall.
Okay, no critters coming though.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anybody coming.
Good.
Willow the War Dog.
Willow's gonna run up and bite at the guy. He's got a THAC of 17. 12 did.
That is a hit.
And he'll do 2d4. So he's got 6.
Okay, So Willow crunches down on the last ghoul. Killing him. Okay. Back out. Okay, so in this room, hold on. Update this. So this room, like I said, there was the coffin that Borman opened, and then there is this chest sitting here.
Nothing inside the coffin?
Nope. Looks
Looking
like
for
it was
traps?
where the ghouls were living.
Understand. Well, seeing as I see no traps, I'm gonna have to go ahead and open the chest.
So the chest is locked.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and try to pick the lock, and I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Inside the chest, you see that there are 4 vials of water, and they all have a holy symbol on them of Sadis. Mavis, your immediate guess is that these are 4 vials of holy water.
Would have came in handy.
There is a candle, and the candle has like gold bands on it. So you can light the candle, and it looks like these gold bands are set up so that the candle will burn for 10 minutes at a time. And it looks like this candle will burn for 1 hour total.
Thank you.
And there is a small metal chime on a leather thong.
I suggest the Laura look at that one.
Sure. Inspect that.
So,
Is there anything interesting about it?
So Alora fiddles around with this chime. Let me take a look here. So it is a 1 foot long hollow metal tube, and Alora is messing around with it. She discovers that it is a chime of opening.
Ooh, yay.
Each time the chime is sounded and left to ring for 1 minute, one portal, lock, lid, bar, etc., as selected by the user, is caused to open. There is a 1 in 6 chance that wandering monsters will be attracted to the sound of the chime. Magical locks, hold portal, and wizard lock spells are negated. The latter, wizard lock spell, is only negated by a character below 9th level. And the chime has 40-20 charges.
Oh, dang.
So it will have a total of 45 charges. At the end of 45 charges, the chime shatters.
Oh.
Okay, I wrote down chime of opening 45 charges, and I will take tally marks of how many times you use it.
Okay. And then there is this candle. Mavis might actually recognize the candle.
Do I need to roll something, or I'll just have her look at it?
Yeah, Mavis can roll under her intelligence.
Okay, she's got 8. That's not very good. Okay, let's do it.
She got it.
I did it.
So she recognizes that this is a candle of invocation. These are specially consecrated candles associated with a specific alignment, determined, technically determined randomly. This one is law. And what this does, it is If it is lit by a divine spellcaster, the character is able to memorize and cast spells as if they were 2 experience levels higher as long as the candle burns. When the candle goes out, any memorized spells beyond those the character may normally have are lost. If lit by another character, the character gains a +1 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws as long as the candle burns. The candle burns for a total of 4 hours. It can be extinguished and relit. So this candle, the gold bands on it allow it to burn for up to 4 hours. So six turns. But you have to be of the alignment to use it. So this one is lawful. Yep, can't hear you.
Mavis is lawful, so it should be fine.
Okay, so you could. So Mavis is 3rd level, right?
That's right. So if I'd be able to do 5th level spells.
So you would be able to memorize 5th level. You don't gain any additional spell slots, but you could memorize 5th level spells and cast them as lower level spells.
Oh, cool. I'll have to mess around with that later.
And you can memorize and cast those spells as long as the candle is lit.
Super. Okay. Seems like some downtime.
So it's like you got half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can find shit to get into well before lunch.
That's the truth. Yeah, and you guys so far have only been down here half an hour, so.
Wow, what a half an hour.
I know, you guys get a lot of shit done in a half an hour, right? Well, you got to figure, so like, each combat round is only worth 10 seconds, but then I usually count, like, well, how long does it take for you to poke and prod around a room? I usually count that as about 10 minutes, because it just really depends on, how much poking and prodding in the room you do, but typically I count that as a turn. So yeah, at the south is this iron-banded wood door.
You know the routine. I'm looking for traps and then seeing if it's locked.
You do not find any traps, and it is not locked.
Go ahead
I'm so curious.
Open it up.
Did the smell make to me less desirable or more desirable to the ghouls?
So the chance for wandering monsters is doubled for the next 4 hours while Toomey stinks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
It is what it is.
That's not what I wanted. So you open this door, and there is a long hallway to the south with 2 shorter hallways that go to the east. Both have doors. You don't find any traps.
All right. Well, is it locked?
This door, that is a very good question. It says this door is not. Wait. It is not.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to roll that, but whatever. We're opening it up.
Okay.
Looking for traps.
No traps.
And monsters.
And in this room, you see that there's a broken stone and dirt floor, walls, and a 10-foot ceiling. Tree roots and other vegetation has kind of busted out most of the stone that was originally in this room. There are bones scattered everywhere in piles. Looks like they've been discarded. And in the center of the room, there is a sarcophagus that has been smashed nearly in 2.
Look around, secret passages or anything, I guess.
Go ahead and make a search roll for, like you were searching for traps. So you do find a secret passage.
I swear I haven't seen the map. So it's just something I felt like doing.
Interesting. I didn't have to do an update on that. I didn't put it on the description of the room. But yes, there is a secret passage. That secret passage is right here.
Looking for traps, and if none, we're going to open the bad boy up.
Okay. You do not find any traps, but you do find the room. And so this room,
Get off the bed.
as I...
Get off the bed.
There we go. There's packed earth on the floor and walls. There are wood beams. There's like an 8-foot ceiling, so this is a short room. And that's all you find in here. On the eastern end, you can easily just see. You can see. Oh, sorry. On this
Another
side,
secret
of
door.
course, there is another secret door. Right.
Continue to look for traps
Here.
and move on.
You don't find any traps. I don't think. No, you do not find any traps. And there is another room on the other side.
Sounds fun. Open says me. Ooh, it's unmolested. Is there any traps in there? Let's move in.
So this room, the coffin in the center of the room. So this room is red-veined white marble on the floors, walls, and 10-foot ceiling. There is an intricately engraved alabaster sarcophagus in the middle of the room. It has very fine engravings showing just a ton of different images. And when you look closely at the engravings in the alabaster, you find that the images are actually tiny devils and imps that are dancing on a bed of corpses. And there is a plaque that reads that this is the tomb of the ne'er-do-well.
Sheesh. I don't like these tombs, yo. I don't like these tombs.
Yeah, I want to go back to use the stilts and manipulate the toe rings with a pole to pop the open on it.
Okay. So, yeah, you do that, and you are, once again, successful in popping the lid off. And because it's alabaster, it falls to the floor, and the lid just cracks and crashes. But inside, you see that the corpse apparently was buried in finery made of purple velvet. And he is holding or across his chest is a very shiny rapier, which just counts as a sword. And you see that next to him, there is a clay jug with a big cork in the top. And I mean, the opening to the top of this jug is like, a 1-inch diameter. It's a large jug that's corked.
Poke him with a stick.
He doesn't move. He's
all right.
He's a dead corpse.
Well, you never can tell.
You never can tell.
Poke it with a stick.
That's
true. And then, I'm going to go ahead and snatch that rapier, the jug, and anything else of value up out of here.
When you pick up the jug, it appears that it sloshes like there's still liquid inside.
Yeah, I don't fuck around. I pass that shit on to Alora or Mavis, whichever one wants to take a look at that. I'll swing the rapier around a little bit, see how that works out.
So the rapier is a +1 sword.
I think I'm the only sword swinger left without a magic sword.
I don't know I don't know if they even have. Let me double check. I'm saying it's a sword, but I might be wrong. Let's see here. Equipment. Is there a rapier listed? I'm looking in old school armory.
Alora will look at the jug when you guys are done with this part.
Birds. No. Yeah, it's just a sword. So do D8 +1 damage.
Sounds fine to me. Yeah, I'm the only one left without a magic sword. So
There you go.
How
Now
do
you
I-
got a Sharpie pointy thing.
yeah.
So
So now you've got if you need to hit the dagger, and if you need to slash the sword.
Yeah.
so the
Well, no, they both do +1/+1.
the jug, like I said, when you move it around, it sloshes like there's liquid inside. When you pop open the stopper, you look inside and it's empty.
What happens when I try and pour it out, though?
When you try to pour it out, nothing happens when you try to pour it out.
What?
But you
Try
do
to drink
see on the bottom of the jug, carved into the ceramic jug, is a command word.
Ooh, what is it? Mayonnaise?
Oddly enough, no. Well, yeah, you could say mayonnaise. So, you determine what do you want to come out of the jug.
In theory,
Gold.
mayonnaise, but in practice, probably something useful.
Like gold,
I think it has to be a liquid.
liquid gold.
Expensive.
I would say if it's you probably want is like an amazing healing potion of some kind.
I don't know. Could we make? I don't think we could get an infinite healing potion jug. That seems crazy.
Armor?
Liquid
Try water first and see
What's
how
the
it goes.
most expensive booze in the tavern?
Gin.
Was it gin?
Gin, rum,
there was
whiskey.
There was whiskey in the
The whiskey rum gin.
Whiskey of strength. Whiskey of dexterity.
whiskey of charm.
Whiskey of whistling.
So you you say the command word and then you say whiskey, and it pours out 8 pints of dwarven whiskey.
Sweet.
And
Okay.
so it will pour out up to 1 pint per round, and it is capable of doing acid up to 1 vial, enough to dissolve 1 square foot of wood or metal over 1 turn. It can do ale up to 32 pints. It can do fresh water up to 64 pints. It can do oil up to 1 pint. It can do poison up to 1 vial. If ingested, the victim suffers 40 hit points of damage, save versus poison for half damage. There's a 40% chance of the poison being detected by scent before drinking. So it has to be something that they would ingest. It's not something you could coat a blade with. It can do up to 128 pints of salt water. It can do 16 pints of vinegar and 8 pints of whiskey.
I feel like you just need to send that in a file or something because that's a lot to write down.
Yeah, I can go ahead and I can shoot this over as a file for the jug of. It is called a jug of endless liquids.
I just wrote magic jug and all the different types of things. So, and how
Sounds
much
good.
the poison does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll post this in
Yes.
our messenger chat. In fact, let me do that, or let me make the image right now, so
Awesome.
that I don't forget
Oh.
in the process of page flipping.
I was like, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And keep in mind the
thank you.
wine of 8 pints has been replaced by whiskey.
Okay.
I think
But
think
how
we're
often can it do this? Because I can't just be dumping out liquids constantly.
Right?
So, like once a day or something?
It says. It says whenever, or usage frequency, each type of liquid may be poured at most once per day.
Okay, each type once a day. Wow, this is still really useful. Okay, cool.
So you guys got 8 pints of whiskey that you can drink. 8 pints of whiskey is
Oh.
A
now
lot.
you're drinking like me.
Well,
Yes.
considering the time it is, maybe we ought to.
She walks over, kind of just
Yeah.
nudges you like, "Hey, what's in that jug? What's in that jug?"
Do you want to just take, figure out?
Ooh, okay, so hold on. Before you finish that thought,
Wandering monster.
Bullshit goes down, sounds like.
oh, okay, where are these assholes gonna come?
I don't like that sound he just made.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come from in here.
Oh, random encounter.
And there are 3 of them. This door here opens.
Oh wait, we're all in there, aren't we? Let's all get in there. Right? Because they're messing with the jug and all that shit. Okay.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, you guys would all be in here fiddle fucking with the jug. And this door opens. Shit, now where was I?
Dude, I'm totally getting a bunch of fresh water and dumping it on the cat. Like, it's not gonna like it, but it'll not be stinky anymore.
That would actually help, yeah. Da da da. And then on this book, hobgoblins. So this door opens and 3 hobgoblins step in. They are not surprised, but they open the door and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they all pull up their swords. Everybody roll initiative.
Alright.
Stupid hobgoblin.
Three, 4.
All right, is initiation?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so between Jackson and Dentry, which one wants to go first?
Dentry should go first because Jackson had. Well, actually, I guess. Dentry rolled a natural one, so Dentry should go last.
Okay. All right. So Willow the War Dog sees this door open and these 3 hobgoblins. What does Willow want to do?
Willow's gonna run over there and bite that dude.
All right.
He knows what a hobgoblin looks like.
He knows what they taste like too.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I mean, unfortunately for hobgoblins, I think Willow the War Dog's getting a taste for it.
Oh yeah, because he nat 20'd on his ass.
Yeah, so that's going to do maximum damage.
8.
And that's unfortunate for the lead hobgoblin because Willow jumps up and basically rips his groin apart, and the hobgoblin falls to the ground and bleeds out rather sloppily and noisily.
Yeah. There we go. That's the way to start it off.
Okay, so this guy is toast. And they are worth not a lot, but enough. All right. Borman, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot my longbow.
That's
22.
That is a hit.
So yeah, this next guy, he's just gonna take a D6. He'll take 6.
Ooh, and he takes a arrow to the face, and he's no longer with us. Great, if I could. Okay. So this is going well. What do you want Stinky Kitty to do?
Smelly cat, smelly cat.
I just have this
Cat.
image of like Jackson picking up the cat and throwing it at a hobgoblin.
Cannonball special. Cannonballs. Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Picked up Jackson. Yes, Jackson does a cannonball special at the hobgoblin.
Okay, so you're hucking the cat at the hobgoblin. The cat can go meow and make its attack.
First attack is gonna miss with a 4.
Okay.
Second attack is gonna miss with a 2.
Yeah. So Timmy whiffs it.
What is that for again?
So Thaco tells you where you fall on the combat chart. So the easiest way to find that, if you are in the player's handbook or in the player's tome, it is on page. My combat.
I just know the cat has a Thaco of 18.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure a 4 and a 2 are still missing.
Combat. Is it not in here? It should be in here.
Oh yeah, the Thaco thing. It's in the handbook. Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah. So, and that chart will tell you. So, if the cat has 18 for the Thaco, hobgoblins, you can look at this, and in this case, I'll already tell you, hobgoblins have an AC of 6. So you just go across the line on 18 in order to hit AC 6. That means that Toomey needs to get a 12 or better.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Mavis, what would you like to do? There's one hobgoblin left.
I could try and sling it from here.
Yeah, you could.
Let's do that.
That's a hit, I think. Yes, it is.
Eight.
You bonk him for 1 point of damage, and the hobgoblin's like, "Ow!" What does Alora want to do?
She wants to copy that success.
Sure, why not?
Oh, what? I can't see what it is.
An 11 does not hit.
But it doesn't hit the cat, so.
No, it does not hit the cat. The hobgoblin is going to swing on Toomey. Because he's a bastard. Oh, wait, that's way too many dice.
I was like, what the shit?
Oh, but he knocked that 20 out of the way.
He got a 42 to hit. Let's try that again. 14. What? Let me look.
2.
AC 2 hobgoblins are Thaco 18. I don't think he hit. He does not. He just misses Toomey, swinging his sword. Jackson, what would you like to do?
You dare swing at my cat?
So Jackson would have to take a 5 foot. Oh, there you go.
It's my cat, since it's like all of like 1 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the hell are you? There you go.
The hobgoblin's nose is swelling up from where he got hit in the face with a rock.
19 to hit.
That hits.
I'm really like, I keep missing that like natural 18 by 1. I keep rolling a 17, and I'm like, come on. Where are you at, D8? There you are. 8 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay. So that is.
I really want to slice something's arm off.
A dead hobgoblin. Hold on here. Okay. So, dead hobgoblin. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So you have ended these 3 hobgoblins. They don't have any treasure on them. They were basically patrolling around looking for more treasure. But this secret passage has led you back into this north-south hallway that you originally came in when you came up the stairs.
Yeah. I really kind of move that we just, if we're getting to the point where we're about to stop,
Yeah.
we'll just maybe save the split of the treasure until we go back to the inn.
Okay, so are you guys wanting to go back to the inn at this point? I mean, or do you want to stay down in the dungeon, or do you want to? I mean,
Let's rinse the death smell off the cat down here and then go back up.
yes, yeah.
The order.
You use the jug of endless liquid to wash the cat and get the stinky death smell off the cat, and then make your way back up to the inn.
Mhm.
Back to the.
There's much
Braunhaven.
hissing from Toomey.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, Toomey's gonna be loving that water. So let me see. First of all,
And then Toomey takes a lick of the water and goes, "Ooh, it's tasty."
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You each get 660 XP.
And the gold is being split up by 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
With Alora.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
Laura
1,
finally
2,
got
3.
some fucking experience, man.
Yep.
That was great.
I don't know when the clerics level up. Let's see.
Everybody gets 600 gold.
Oh, cool. Wow.
And then you're keeping the actual treasures and stuff, right? In a separate one for when we can finally sell them?
Yeah, I do have that if you want to read them off.
Yeah, we got a diamond ring at 150 gold. Oh yeah, everybody also gets
What else?
25 platinum, by the way. Silver ruby chalice at 150 gold.
All right, hold on. I got to get my 25 platinum.
So,
Well,
I mean, you may not want to sell that. That could be somebody's pimp cup.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it still goes in the party loot fund, which is
Or
the
the water
chalice.
Does anything?
So
But how much?
The chalice was 150 gold.
And we still, what, you think we should check that out or something? Is that what you're saying? Or
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if you didn't want to sell it, you could keep that as somebody's pimp cup.
oh, I feel you.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
Yes. There are earrings at 500 gold.
Dang.
All right.
They were made out of electrum. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
A holy book at 125 gold.
And holy book worth 125 gold. All right.
And then there was a sack with 10 gems. So I guess we should each just take 2 of them because gems count as gold basically for spending purposes.
Sure.
Okay, so then we each get 2 gems worth 5 gold each.
All right.
So if you guys, I don't know how many PC gamers there are, but Steam is having their spring sale right now. And when I was a kid, there was a solo RPG book series written by Steve Jackson called Sorcery. I don't know if anybody else ever read those books or played them, but they were kind of they were a cross between actually playing a D&D game and an endless, one of the endless quest adventures. And they have now taken those and turned them into a video game, like a graphic novel that you can play on the screen, and it's got a really cool map that you can move stuff around. And those came out, and they're like super cheap. I picked up all 4 books for like, I want to say like $13. It was really fairly cheap. So that's on Steam. If you just look for Steve Jackson's Sorcery, that's really cool. It's pretty fun. It's very nostalgic for those of us that ever read those books, because it's really cool. And they've got a really cool spell crafting system. So the spells are all 3-letter words. So like their lightning bolt is just called Zap. But when you get to cast a spell, one of the things about it is you have to remember what spells do what and how to spell them. I mean, they're only 3 letters, so it shouldn't be too hard, but sometimes remembering what they all do is complicated. But when you cast a spell, it brings up an orb with all these letters, and you pick which letters you want for each of the 3. So, like, you could pick Zap, and it'll cast Lightning Bolt. You could pick DIM to cast, basically, Stupidity on a creature. But there's an entire spell book that you can go through as well. It's a pretty cool little setup that they've got.
What you say the guy's name was?
Steve Jackson's Sorcery.
Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I'll put a note.
It is a pretty fun little solo if you get the urge to play a D&D game. And the cool thing about that series is that, like, it's not just combat and stuff. Like, there are multiple ways of getting through a particular encounter. So, like, you could talk to somebody, you could steal, you could sneak past them. It's pretty cool. It is probably the closest solo adventure that I've ever gone through that actually really took the real path of playing D&D, as opposed to like the endless quested books, choose your own adventure kind of things.
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, I've done my note taking for the day.
Okay, well, I will see you guys next week at 12 o'clock, and we'll figure out which level the second 2 of the Catacombs you want to delve into next.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.